nation's capital. The Secretary of Homeland Security says he was radicalized after arriving in the U.S. from Afghanistan. 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom died on Thanksgiving Day. Here's ABC's Mola Laney.
Tonight, new clues as to what may have driven 29-year-old Afghan national Ramanullah Lakhdwal to allegedly shoot two West Virginia National Guardsmen just 2 blocks from the White House. 20-year-old Specialist Sarah Beckstrom dying of her injuries on Thanksgiving Day. Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf now fighting for his life. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem saying Lakhdwal could have been radicalized here in the U.S.
We continue to talk to his family and his contacts. More details will be revealed and we'll release those when it's appropriate.
Authorities still investigating, but so far have not released any evidence pointing to Lakhdwal having ties to a terrorist organization. The husband and father of 5 entered the U.S. in 2021 and was granted asylum in April. A source tells ABC News Lakhdwal was unable to work in his adopted home of Washington State because of an expired work permit. And according to the Associated Press, he struggled for years with his new life in the U.S., while his mental health reportedly deteriorated. The shooting leading the Trump administration to pause all asylum decisions and, at least for now, stopping the granting of visas to Afghan nationals.
It is outrageous and unfair to try to punish an entire class of people. These are individuals who worked side by side with America in the fight against the Taliban. And if they were sent back now, the Taliban may likely kill them and execute them.
Lakhdwal was wounded in the shooting and remains in the hospital. He faces first-degree murder and other charges, Lindsay.
Mola, thank you. Overseas now to Pope Leo's message of hope and peace for Lebanon. The Pope is in Beirut for the second half of his first international trip. It comes at a time of uncertainty for the country after years of turmoil and violence. Let's bring in ABC's Britt Clennett, who's traveling with the pontiff. Hi, Britt.
Hi, Lindsay. Yeah, well, tonight, Pope Leo making a strong plea for peace in front of Lebanon's political leaders as the first American Pope begins the second leg of his maiden foreign trip. The Pope receiving a very warm welcome here in Beirut, arriving from Turkey. And on the flight over, the Pope told reporters the Holy See can be a mediating voice to reach a two-state solution for Palestinians and Israelis. And the Pope at the presidential palace saying Lebanon must use its tenacity to build peace. That's despite its highly complex and uncertain situation, he said. Now, the Pope here in Lebanon, we have to remember, despite serious security concerns with Israel carrying out strikes on Beirut just last week. And Pope Leo's packed schedule, Lindsay, includes an outdoor mass in Beirut with tens of thousands expected there. Lindsay.
Britt, thank you. Next tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is seeking a pardon on corruption charges, which would end a long-running trial. He says it will unify the country at a time of momentous change in the region, but his opponents are criticizing the request, saying it would weaken democratic institutions and sends a dangerous message that he is above the law. Now to deadly and catastrophic flooding in Indonesia. More than 400 people have died and hundreds are missing. Entire communities have been wiped out. Authorities say some are struggling to find food and water after landslides damaged roads and downed communication lines. In recent days, heavy monsoon rains have overwhelmed parts of Southeast Asia. And there's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Sunday, including 2 devastating crashes, how first responders became victims.